Happy New Year's, everyone. It's that time of the year where people say, the new year, it's a new me. Well, I'm gonna change a little bit of that. In fact, it's still a new year, but let's talk about the old me. What I was like when I grew up. Now, I did do a draw my life, but I didn't talk in detail about what I was like when I was younger. And I mean younger. Understand, how old am I? I'm 22 years old, I think. I can't remember my own age. Let me get back to that. I am in fact 22 years old. I just remembered that. Well, did the math of it. Okay, first off, when I was really young, anything I got, I like to take it apart. No matter if it was something I had to assemble. Like, for instance, I would get a lot of these electronic toys and stuff. You know, like the stuff that you would pull back, wind back, and it would go forward. Yeah, I used to pop those things open just to take them apart to see how that worked. And actually, I used to keep the little bits and pieces you'd get from it. At one point, it wasn't that long. It was actually probably about in my teen years. I started using some of those bits and pieces to build stuff. But then I kind of somewhat grew out of it. I'm starting to get back into that science-y stuff. Because, I don't know, something about tearing stuff apart, seeing how it works, getting all these electronical components, getting wires and stuff like that, makes me excited. This thought of, I just took something apart that used to work or something, and now I got all these components. Can I make something else? Can I make something else that works? Can I make something else that I would have a use for? That's still something I kind of think about till this day. When I was younger, I used to be very, very stupid. And I don't mean like walking off a bridge stupid. No offense to anyone who's done that and lived. Actually, I appraise you for living, not doing it. But I used to chew through wires, and I still do that to this day, but I make sure the things aren't plugged in. I have done that for my whole life. I actually have very sharp canine teeth, and I use them a lot to chew through things. It's one of my favorite things to do is chew through stuff. Don't really understand why. I have no clear understanding of it. Another thing, when I was younger, I used to love reading. It was one of my biggest things. I used to always look forward to what is it called? The book fair. If any of you have been in America, or I don't know if they do it in England or other countries, where they have this, it's called Scholastic Book Fair, where they have these books all around. You can buy them and then, you keep them and everything. But I used to love that, and I would always want the science-y books. The science and the spy books, because, I'm a boy growing up. That was, like, my main interest. How can I spy on things? Or how can I find out how stuff works? Actually, I still have a few of the books that I got from the book fair. I have a few of the spy books. I have a few of the science books still to this day. And I have the memories of ordering those books, even with my mom. I have really strong memories about that, and it's a happy time in my life. To tell you the truth, I noticed when you get into middle school, I don't know about middle school here in Yankton. I think they did in Norfolk. But, anyways, in high school, they don't do that. I think that they should bring it to high school. Have a book fair for the high school. Because so many kids get out of reading. And if you can entice people to read, it's like, hey, you can buy this. It makes the school a little bit of money, and you get a nice book. I think it'd be really good. I really wish I never got out of reading. I used to love, like I said, I used to love reading. I still try to read to this day, but for me, things kind of flip around when I'm reading and bothers the crap out of me. Like, I could read the same page and tell you 4 different stories every time I read it. Because it will make little sense until you read it yourself and realize one of those stories was correct, probably. Not to mention, also, I used to see colors normally, too. For instance, some whites for me are a pigment of yellow. when I read a book, no matter what shade of it is white, well, not no matter what shade, certain shades of the white are yellow and certain shades of yellow are white. They're reversed for me. And a lot of people are saying it's the recycled books and everything, that they're yellow and pigment. Well, I've asked people what color the pages are that I'm pointing at. They will say yellow or white, and for me, it will be the opposite color. Some browns even come up as a gray to me for a pigment. So I do miss seeing the colors, and I mean, I know what they look like, so it's good memories to have. So, for those of you curious, yes, you can still remember what colors looked like if you can't see certain colors. And like I said, science used to be a key thing in my mind. I think it was when I was 12, no, not 12 years old. It was 7. There used to be this show on, I think it was like a Channel 100 or something. It was called BattleBots. It was the most bad A show you can ever watch. Okay, for me it was, because it was science. Pretty much, imagine for you guys who don't know, imagine having a remote control car that has a chainsaw or a hammer attached to it, and your objective is to beat the crud out of the opponent's robot, and you win money. For those of you guys who want to look someone up, famous person, Grant Imahara. He worked on Mythbusters. He used to be a BattleBot winner. I can't remember what his was called, but I used to love that. I always wanted to be a part of it, and then I found out BattleBots is no longer a thing. It disappointed me, and it was like a big kick to the face, because this was something that I dreamt of. It was like, yes, I can want to do this. I want to get all the components and make one myself. I want to make an impenetrable fortress of one. Well, it never became to be. Because though I had the dream, when it came to a reality, I wasn't able to follow through with it. Which, yes, it disappoints me, but I still think it would be kind of cool, you know, maybe if I got enough components from stuff I take apart. Because, like, Chelsea had a laptop that we couldn't send back and everything. I can scavenge stuff from it. My speech has definitely gone to hell. But I can scavenge stuff from there. I have lots of other electronical components. You know, it'd be kind of cool to bring this stuff back. Now, I understand it could be dangerous, but that's why it would be dumbed down. Another thing about it is, though I gotten out of it for quite a while, science is starting to come back more into my life. It's starting to become more of my everyday thoughts again. For instance, I'm subscribed to a couple channels that you guys may know, known as Cody's Lab and Grant Thompson, the King of Random. Both amazing science channels, and The Backyard Scientist. I'm also subscribed to him. I love watching that stuff, and when I see them, like, for instance, the King of Random, when he builds something, I get inspired. It's like, I want to do that. That looks so cool. That's how I always feel. And it's like, I wonder if I could do something to improve it. Is there a way that you could make this even better? Make this function even more amazingly than it actually has for him? Or more efficiently? You know, my thought is to improve on ideas. When I was younger, I used to be more of an outdoor person. It's very surprising if you saw me in real life. I'm an overweight person. I will admit it. I don't know my weight. So, if you guys are going to call me fat in the chat, down in the comments. Do it. I think that's the same guy as earlier. Oh, I was going to say hi to him. Well, forget that guy. But anyways, guys, go ahead and call me fat down in the comments. I don't care. I don't want you guys to sugarcoat nothing. To be honest, yes, I know it's a problem. I want to work at it. I want to become more of an outdoors person. Would you guys like to see me doing vlogs of recording, doing stuff outdoors? Whether it's going for a walk around town, you know, showing you guys the sights around here, which really is nothing. I mean, the biggest landmark to us, there's a river. That's the closest thing to me. When I was younger, I used to be able to walk incredible distances. I would every time we went camping, my dad and my cousins and my aunt Wanda, we'd all go camping. I remember just I'd be the one that wants to go out for the hike. I wanted to go through the woods because it's that exploring. It's that sense of danger, you know. You don't know what's out there. You can find stuff. And I really wish I could have that kind of mental intellect back, where it's like the explorer personality. I know things, when you grow up, things change, but there's things I wish never had changed with me. And definitely being able to want to explore, having that enthusiasm, there we go. Just wanting to see the world the way it is. That is something that's always astounded me. Whether it's you're seeing frogs all in the marsh or something. Well, not marsh, it's more like just muddy water. Or you're under a cliffside. I loved looking at rocks and seeing if I could find ore in them. Or naming the type of rock, whether it be like a granite or a sediment. Well, a sediment's not a rock. It's a type of rock. I loved doing that. I loved seeing if I could find the crystal. They're like geodes. They're like gems. On rocks and everything. They're like crystals. I never knew what they were called. Minerals. There. I cannot think today. But I love doing that. It was like always so fun to pick up a rock and it's like, if we crack this open, what's inside? It's like, is it all rock? Is there a fossil in here? And I found out certain rocks contain certain kind of gems. Like, you could find an amethyst within a few rocks. And it'd be kind of cool. It's like, you crack one open and it's like you find a little bit of an amethyst. Actually, one of my dreams would be to make a ring for the girlfriend I'd be dating. Hopefully, so far it stays Chels. That, make an actual ring from scratch. I would love to see if there would be a mine that I could go into and take a pickaxe, mine gold, prospect it, melt it down myself, and turn it into a ring. I think that would be so cool. It's something I've had as a dream since I was 11 years old. Now here comes the biggest shocker. I am scared of my own shadow. If you guys ever seen me play horror games, I get scared by sounds. Just by hearing a noise. It'll terrify me. And no, I do not act. I am a very bad actor, even though I wanted to be an actor when I was younger. Actually, I even wanted to be a comedian. Isn't that a laugh? But as it goes, I actually used to skateboard. Now, I don't mean I did tricks. I used to just ride around. I was too scared to do tricks. The only trick I could do was, what the heck's that thing? A primo, where you stand on the side of the trucks with the wheels and everything. I did it once or twice where I could kick it down and everything, but I was always so scared if I fall, I'm gonna break my arm, or I'm gonna fall and hit my head and crack it open. I was always scared of that, and I let my fears hold me back. I guess if there's anything you could take from this video, which I'm sorry it's so long, I thought this was going to be like a 5-minute video. If anything to take from this, don't let your younger self die. Let it grow into the person who you're going to be. Let those dreams stay real. And for one thing, don't let your fears get in the way. If you guys want to skateboard, and you're just scared of hurting yourself, go by something my dad told me. And that is, you're afraid of the fall. Once you get over the first one, it gets easier after that. If you have to, go buy some grass and try falling. Maybe it'll make it better. Let me know. I've actually fallen off a few things. Like, I'm petrified of everything. Literally terrified of everything. When it snows outside, I'm scared of slipping on ice. I walk slow as a snail in snow. Kind of funny because I live in an area where it snows, I swear, every day. Actually, no, it literally hasn't. Last time it snowed was like 2-3 weeks ago. I don't know. Maybe it has snowed sooner. I don't remember. But those are things from my past. I hope you all have enjoyed this random video. I figured it'd be kind of different instead of talking about the new me, which, you guys don't need to care about that. I figured you guys can learn about the old me. And if there's anything that you guys may it pique your interest, maybe you'd like to see me take apart something, I can record a video of it. I do have a camera to do so with. Now, I record gameplay in the background because it's a lot easier to do when I'm all alone because no one's ever home with me. It's so lonely here. But I hope you all had a great and safe New Year's. And I'm going to stream tomorrow the 1st because I had nothing going on. So I'll catch you all then. And have a great day, everyone. Bye.